I did stuff that doesn't work because doing more exercise isn't good. It's doing the right amount and right intensity at the right time. That's going to get you most of the way. But the real secret behind smarter, not harder is something that I call in the book slope of the curve biology. Your body doesn't respond to how much work you did. It responds to how quickly you had to do it and how quickly you returned to a normal baseline. We're wired to save energy, and cell biology supports this. So our bodies, before we can think about something, they want you to lay on the couch and they want you to not use more calories than is necessary. So you have an inherent drive to do that. And what we do is we feel guilty that, I didn't want to go to the gym today. Something must be wrong with me. Why can't I just want to do things that my body is wired to not want to do? And the idea behind smarter, not harder is that, look, we believe that if something's good, more is better. So if you're going to work out, just do it every day and then magic will happen. I did this when I weighed 300 pounds. I went to the gym 6 days a week, 90 minutes at a time, and I did it for 18 months straight. At the end of that, I still weighed 300 pounds. I was stronger, but I didn't lose the weight and I wasn't healthier. I was just stronger. And I spent 702 hours of my life doing that. I did the math and I didn't get the results. So most of us today are feeling guilty that we're not exercising as much as we should and we're not getting the results. So I went in with what I've done at my company, Upgrade Labs, and we looked at the data and we looked at the idea that getting a signal to cause your body to change is a small amount of work, and just hammering out a lot of reps, going and sweating for an hour in a spin class, we think it's good for us. We might even get an endorphin high from it, but it doesn't create the results you want to get. David, you've known me for a long time. I'm 7.2% body fat right now, and I'm doing what's in the book. It turns out that your body responds not to how much work you do, but it's how quickly you can turn on the work, and most importantly, how quickly you turn off the work and return to baseline. So to cause your body to change, the deal is to get yourself enough input, enough work to get right to the edge of losing equilibrium, and then to recover really quickly. And the body says, I can do that. And then it moves up your level. What this means is you can get better results in very carefully created 5 minutes of cardio than you get in an hour of cardio. And there's 2 university studies backing that up. And the same goes with weights. Picking up weights a whole bunch isn't the most effective way to do it. And so we harness our power of laziness by saying, I am going to use my inherent desire to save time and energy. And I'm going to use that as my motivation and say, today, my workout only took 5 minutes or 10 minutes, but I got more results. It's highly motivating to do that. The reason it's motivating is the same reason. You ever go shoe shopping with Lee's? And look, I saved $400 on these shoes. No, you actually spent $500 on the shoes, but we focus on the savings. So to motivate yourself, what you do is you focus on how much time you're saving in a workout, not on how much work you did. Trying to motivate yourself with something your body doesn't want isn't very good. So when I go to work, I say, all right, I'm going to put in 10 minutes and I'm going to get an hour's worth of value. I saved 50 minutes. And you can go to an Upgrade Labs. But in the book, I'm like, most people don't have a franchise near them that has all this AI-driven tech. But what you can do is you can say, if I'm going to put on muscle, what are the 4 or 5 different ways that might work better than just picking up rocks, which is what we've always done? If I'm going to do cardio, I could just go for a long jog. 80% of people who do that get injured in the first year, so it might not work very well. Or I could figure out, how do I get that signal in? And it turns out the most effective signal we found so far is 20 seconds of work over the course of 5 minutes. And that is driven by artificial intelligence. I did stuff that doesn't work because doing more exercise isn't good. It's doing the right amount and right intensity at the right time. That's going to get you most of the way. But the real secret behind smarter, not harder is something that I call in the book slope of the curve biology. Your body doesn't respond to how much work you did. It responds to how quickly you had to do it and how quickly you returned to normal baseline. So what a real workout looks like for someone who wants to get all the savings is, okay, I turned it on all the way and wow, that was really intense. I thought I was going to die for 10 seconds. You can do that, right? And then immediately, as fast as you can, you return to normal heart rate, normal recovery, and you relax. And the body goes, aha, I have the capacity to do this and I can be recovered. Therefore, I'm able to do it. So then it moves your set point up. This saves you so much time. Do anything that improves yourself. And when you realize you can make it convenient because it takes far less time, suddenly the motivation required to do something is very, very low versus, oh my gosh, I have to get dressed, I have to put on my stretchy pants, I've got to drive to the spin class, I've got to go in, there's going to find a thing and see how sweaty it is, and all the unpleasant things that we all do, all those stack up in our subconscious. And then when it's time to go, I just don't feel like it. In fact, the Instagram looks really good right now. And then you just don't go. And everyone listening has done this, including me. And well, when the friction's gone, because there isn't resistance, because it's an easy thing to do, it was a very brief thing, that matters a lot. And there are things that slow your energy down, things that inhibit your cell's ability to make electricity. And we've got to remove those from the diet. And David, you make great supplements. You're a master of this. And we both believe the same general set of things, probably 90% overlap on what's helping people's cells. But a cell that's trying to make energy, but you're giving it heavy metals, you're giving it grains, which have lectins and, very importantly, phytic acid. Suddenly, wow, you're just, everything feels hard, and it feels hard because of this friction you've created in the ability to make electricity and the friction you've created in your belief systems about how much work it's going to be to get the results. Grains, unless you're starving, and grains are great if you're starving because they keep you alive. In terms of keeping minerals in your tissues, no, you don't want to be eating grains. And the big problem here is that we need enough minerals in order for our cells to make electricity, for them to fold proteins, to make collagen, to do all the aspects of life. And plants protect themselves via several different mechanisms, like lectins, which have become well known. But phytic acid is maybe more important than lectins for all of us, because it's what plants put in them, so that if we eat a plant, the phytic acid sticks to minerals like zinc and calcium in our body, and it pulls them out of our bones. So when you decide you're going to go plant-based and you're eating all of these nuts and seeds, then the phytic acid in those pulls minerals out. And you could say, but it says right there on the package that there's 12 milligrams of zinc in my whatever. Yeah, if it comes with phytic acid, it doesn't matter if there's zinc. And even if you took a zinc supplement and you have a lot of phytic acid, it won't work. So the answer is, well, don't eat as many foods with phytic acid. If you're going to eat nuts, and I'm not opposed to nuts, but you need to eat smaller amounts of them because of the bad fats in them, and you should soak or sprout them first. And the idea that I used to have, 15 years ago, I'll just eat 2 handfuls of nuts a day because they've got good fats, your meditation was better, you would be able to guide your meditation in the right direction. And that's what Muse does. And it's a few $100s. So all of a sudden, okay, if my goal is to improve myself, I'm going to invest this much time. I might as well have the stuff that makes this time valuable instead of just making it harder. And we believe, I think because of the Puritans who founded the country, that some amount of suffering is required for improvement. I am not convinced of that. Sometimes you have to work hard, but it's more about just getting to the edge of suffering very quickly and then stopping and then just and chilling. So you could, for instance, do one of the types of very efficient short exercise I'm talking about, and then put on a neurofeedback system like Muse, like the clinical stuff we're doing at Upgrade Labs, and then use that to program yourself to return to this blissful, calm state. And then the body goes, wait a minute, I thought I was about to die because you made me go fast for 10 seconds, but then I went into bliss. You know what? I think I can handle that. And once the body knows it can handle something, it will adjust your hardware to make it able to handle that. But if instead, say, I'm just going to go hard, and you blow yourself out and you go beyond that, it might take you a couple days to recover. It's the long recovery that stopped progress. So I'm teaching people in Smarter Not Harder how to push yourself very briefly right to the edge, and then how to use technologies or techniques or methods to just recover really fast so you feel like yourself again. And it's that recovery that tells the body it's okay to get stronger, it's okay to get younger, it's okay to get smarter. And the body will do that. It wants to do those things.